Madhuri!
I've been creating. Who is this?
I'm gonna die.
I don't want to get into trouble.
I'm moving back to India.
Hey, you know what? I'm having such an amazing life in the US. It's very lonely and sad. So you finally feel like you belong here.
I crave for that poor culture that I come from.
Many people who have been living in the US have a very different perspective about India. India abhi bhi waisa hi hai, pichda hua. I was just a new immigrant with a very thick Indian accent.
My Indian friends are like, where's that accent coming from?
Yeah.
I'm like, can you talk to my agent?
I have this accent, which I call the Madhuri accent. Ask an American whether you think my accent is American, he's gonna be like,
laughing on my face.
Priyanka Chopra had just moved to the US. Oh my god, this woman is so fake. Repeat after me. Ma, dhu, ri.
Li poo poo.
Yeah, exactly. You need to change your name.
Really?
Yeah. Silence would haunt me very much.
Play reruns of Friends episodes.
What boring kind of a life is this? Any person who stays in India, their perception of US is like half-naked girls, like partying everywhere, seeing a driverless car in Mumbai.
I can't imagine not having a driver in the driver's seat.
If you can drive in Mumbai, you can drive anywhere in the world. Aurat hai to, like she cannot
Must be a bad driver. Yeah. If someone honks here, it's like they're actually verbally abusing you.
I know.
Hello and welcome back to NRIs Got Blatant. Thank you so much for all the love you've given us for all of our episodes. Today, we're bringing you an amazing new guest, Madhuri! Warm welcome to Madhuri.
Oh, thank you so much. Like, so excited to be here, and you know, all the conversations that I've had till now with you, they have been so amazing. So I'm looking forward to this. Yeah,
We're so excited to have you here, Madhuri. Thank you so much for being on our show. For our audience, let's start by giving them a little bit of background on how you became an NRI.
So basically, I am an actor from Mumbai. I've been creating. So I've been creating content in Mumbai for a really long time, and also I've been like the lead of 2 of big TV shows, Marathi TV shows in Mumbai, and then, you know, suddenly COVID hit, and at that time, you know, I was very lonely and sad. So that is the time that I actually was like on dating apps, and I was trying to find someone, like, you know, I was like looking for someone to maybe like spend my life with or something. And I was in Mumbai, and I wanted to meet new people, but I couldn't. And then I think before COVID, I actually flew to New Jersey, where my sister stays, and she's been living here for like, I don't know, like 17, 18 years. And at that time, I changed the location on my dating app, and I changed it to New Jersey. And that is when I got a request from my now husband. And I looked at the photo and I was like, ooh, who is this? Oh my God. Like, who's this handsome guy? And that is how it all started. And like on his profile, it said that his birthday is 22nd November, which is same as mine.
Wow.
Yeah, we share the same birthday.
Way.
Yeah,
Wow.
we share the same birthday, and that is how it clicked.
Wow.
And you know, it was like he came to meet me, I came to meet him here, and you know, back and forth. And that is when we were like, hey, you know what? I think this is good. I think we like each other a lot, and let's take it forward. And that is how I married him, and I came to the US, and my life. And I think that's maybe one of the best decisions of my life. My life completely changed, and yeah, I met this very amazing person.
I love that. So happy to hear that.
Yeah, thank you.
So how long have you been here?
I think it's been over like 2.5 years, like between 2.5 to 3 years. I'm still pretty new to this country. I'm still figuring things out.
That's awesome. I kind of remember how it was early into my journey of being here in the US. How does it feel for you? I think you've spent a lot of your time in India before moving here. So how does it feel to be quote unquote an NRI?
I mean, now I feel like I have finally settled in a bit, but like initially I was like so lost. Like it was a complete identity change or like identity crisis. And as I mentioned, like when I was in India, I was also into acting, right? So maybe I have discussed this with you before, but I had like sport dadas and sport boys around me, like, you know, like holding an umbrella on my head, over my head, or like giving me coffee. And then I came to this country and like things completely like flipped for me.
एकदम इन्होंने वक्त बदल दिया, जज्बात बदल दिए.
I am out here like doing the dishes and doing the laundry, and it's not like I came here with like a degree or something. Like it wasn't like I came here for like a master's degree or something. So for me, I did not know. Like I also felt like my life before coming to the US did not matter anymore. Like all my struggles, all that I've done, because in India, when I would like walk down the streets, I would meet at least one person who would be like, "Hey Madhuri, can I get a selfie with you?" You know, something like that. And here, when I came to the US, like I was just a new immigrant with a very thick, heavy Indian accent. I was no one. They had no idea about me. So it was like, I was very lost and also maybe sad. Like on Instagram, I would show that, hey, you know what? I'm having such an amazing life in the US. But maybe that wasn't, you know, the real thing. But like, what about you? Like, how was the journey for you?
Very interesting, because I actually came here for my master's.
Oh.
And I thought that spending 20 years in India and then moving here was like a huge shift for me, because everything was different. And I came at a time when the internet was, or social media wasn't as explosive as it is today. I remember discovering WhatsApp a couple of months into moving here. Until then, it was like Skype calls once a week or something. And we used to use voice over IP to contact our families in India and stuff like that. And then came WhatsApp that changed the game for everyone for communication back home. So I remember going through all of those phases, and for the longest time, anyone who would ask me, I would tell them, I'm moving back to India. The second my master's is done, I am going back home, because I couldn't understand the country. I couldn't understand this lifestyle. I felt like I look around me and it's just desert. There's no one around. I'm just walking down the street, always looking over. It's so quiet. There's no sounds. No one's honking.
No, like not many people look like you. Not many people talk like you. Not many people know about your background or where you come from, about your roots, your culture. So it's like completely like different, right?
Plus, I moved to Texas. I was in Dallas, Texas, and Dallas is very flat if you have been there. There's no tall buildings, and you can see forever. And I moved in August when the sun would set at around 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Like, what is going on? I had no idea what it was very new. And now Dallas is like another Hyderabad. It would feel like home if I went there again.
Oh, wow.
But back then it wasn't like that. All of these things developed over the years. So when I was there, it felt like the weather was similar, but other than that, I didn't have people around me who looked like me, talked like me. It was a huge shift. And I mean, fast forward to so many years later, I'm still here. I'm still an NRI. And, you know, I now have learned my way around the place and I really enjoy it.
But like, how many years have you been in this country?
About 14 years.
Oh, wow. So you finally feel like you belong here, or do you not?
That's a very deep question.
That's
honestly.
That like, it's like,
When I first moved here, I used to think, I'm not, I don't belong here. I belong in India. And then after a certain time, I was like, wait, but I'm going back home so many times from school, after work and all of that. Every time I went back, I felt a little further away from the place. Every time I went back, I felt, this distance has grown more. And if I went back in 6 months, it was different. If I went back in a year, it was different. If I went back in 3 years, it was different. And now I genuinely don't know where I belong. A lot of people will throw hate for that, saying, well, you should know you belong to India, you're Indian, you look like an Indian. But, and I have been told that. But looking a certain way, being from a certain place doesn't automatically give you a sense of belonging. Or living in a certain place also doesn't automatically give you a sense of belonging.
For sure.
I don't even feel like I belong here. I honestly don't know where I belong anymore.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing with NRIs, and I've spoken to so many NRIs till now. I feel like you are trying to build a life in a different country, but like your roots are somewhere else. Like after marriage, I haven't been to India. It's been like 2.5, 3 years. I haven't gone back, but I'm sure like if I go back to India, things must have changed so much. People must have moved on. I had like so many best friends in Mumbai, but I'm sure they have made new friends now. So where do I belong? Like, do I belong there? And then I'm sure when I go there, I'll be like, "Arey yaar, ye," like, you know. So yeah, I feel like it's tough for NRIs to understand where they actually.
I mean, 10 साल लग गए, पर before I left India, हैदराबाद में मेट्रो बन रहा था. अब तो बन गया है. And there's so much has changed. The city looks so
Exactly.
different.
Yeah.
I just don't know anymore. Wherever I grew up, the place looks different.
Yeah.
The center of the city has shifted so many times in the last 14 years that now I don't know where the center is. I don't know where my center is anymore, honestly. Also, it's something that a lot of people don't agree with or understand, no matter whether you're Indian or you're an NRI or even Americans. A lot of people feel belonging as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how that feels. I wish someone would help me get there because I am lost for sure.
What do you mean by belonging?
When I'm here in the US, I crave for that core culture that I come from in India, which is of that togetherness, the community, the support system, the liveliness that you feel when you go home, right? When you go to India, everything is alive. It's like, it's noisy, it's out there, it's blatant, but it's there.
Yeah.
I enjoy that when I go home. I miss it when I'm here. But I also, when I go home, I miss the quiet.
I know.
From here. I miss the organization. I miss the rules.
You miss the infrastructure. You miss like everything that, you know, the US gives you. So
I miss all sorts of structure because there's no structure for anything
Exactly.
in India. And I think the facilities and the infrastructure in India have drastically changed since I moved out.
Yeah.
For you, it's only been like a few years since you moved.
2.5, 3 years.
Comparatively, when you left India, I feel like, was it a little more advanced than it was back in 2011?
I think so, man. I feel like many people who have been living in the US for a really long time have a very different perspective about India. It's been 20 years since they have moved to the US and they feel like India abhi bhi waisa hi hai, pichhda hua hai.
Actually, your sister's been here for 20 years.
20
so
years.
How do your opinions or your perspectives on this differ?
I mean, frankly, I have never had this conversation with her. But my husband has also been here for like 20 years. So I can tell his perspective. Like, I mean, I don't want to get into trouble.
बिल्कुल रिस्क नहीं लेने का
But yeah, his view about India is a bit different. I feel like I have moved here it's been only 2.5, 3 years, right? So for me, I feel like there's more of Indian in me and like more of Indian culture in me. Or wo aise nahi hai ki it's just a bit there. It's like thus ke bhara. I'm like more Indian more than anything else right now, right? And I like getting back to your question, I feel like the facilities and everything that we have in India right now are like so advanced. But having said that, like I love India, but obviously whatever, like I live in the Bay Area. Like we have driverless cars in San Francisco. I can never imagine seeing a driverless car in Mumbai. Like how is that ever gonna happen? Because like there's not a really great structure.
Yeah, let's actually talk about that. Have you been in a driverless car?
I have not been in a driverless car in San Francisco, but our friend in New York, he has a Tesla that is driverless. And oh my God, the first time, have you?
I haven't. I feel like even autopilot in Tesla freaks me out. I can't imagine not having a driver in the driver's seat. Do you drive?
Dude, I have driven in Mumbai. So if I feel like if you can drive in Mumbai, you can drive anywhere in the world, right? That is what I feel. And like, I know that men look at women as if they are like not good drivers, and it's like a stereotype. Oh, aurat hai to, like she cannot
Must be a bad driver. Yeah.
But I can bet you that I'm one of the best. Like I'm like one of the
I know. I agree. I feel that way too. Like I drive really well. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like whoever sits in my car, whether it's a male or a female, everybody is like, "Oh my God, Madhuri, you drive so well."
Yeah.
So I
don't understand the shock, but yes, I know I drive really well.
Exactly, right? And I've been driving in Mumbai. Like I was driving in Mumbai for like 8 years, and then when I moved to the US, it was obviously a shift because that is like left-hand driving, and then you come to the US and it's right-hand
Also, once you
driving.
drive a manual car, you can drive anything.
Exactly.
Anything. Manual car in India,
yeah.
you're good. You can do F1 racing, it's fine.
Exactly. Like when I was giving my driving test in the US, like one of my friends was like, American friend, he was like, "Aren't you nervous?" I was like, "Dude, I come from Mumbai. Have you seen the
It's like a
driving there?"
game.
Yeah, like you're driving and there's like a bike wala who will come and they're like, "Okay."
If someone honks here, it's like they're actually verbally abusing you.
Oh
Like,
my God.
it's audibly abusing you.
Yes. Oh my God. If someone honks at you, you're like, "Oh my God, did I like do bad? What did I do wrong?" And
I
in
feel
India,
so hurt when someone honks at me.
It's like an insult. It's like
Yeah.
someone has come to your face and abused you. Like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you know, something
Do you
like
honk?
that."
Because I personally do not honk even if someone's made a mistake, because I consider it an abuse. If someone's
Okay.
honking at you, do you honk at people if they make a mistake, if they like cut
In
you
the
off?
US?
Yeah.
I have done that once or twice, and I also feel like it's also that Indian in me as
Yeah.
well. Like it just pops out sometimes. I know, right?
Beep, beep, beep.
I know, right? Oh
घर पे बोल
my
के आ
God. I know. I still have that Indian driver in me. I feel like when I'm driving and like I see. I mean, I don't do it as much, but if I see like there's some space where I can just like maneuver and like, you know, overtake someone, I'll do it. But then
Yeah.
I have to remind myself, hey, this is not India. You're in
Yeah.
a different country. Act accordingly. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, you know?
Yeah,
So.
I definitely, the honking thing is that's what bothers me now too. When again, you haven't been back since you came
I
here,
know, yeah.
but like the first time I went back, actually not the first time because I wasn't driving yet. Maybe the third, fourth time around when I had a license and I had driven a lot around here. That's when I went back home, and we always had someone else drive, right? I wouldn't drive. Though I drove before moving here, I wouldn't drive when I went back just because the confusion of left, right, manual,
obviously,
automatic,
yeah,
so
yeah.
much, right? I would freak out. Even just the ride from the airport to home. I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit this car. So until you go back and go sit in a car on the road again in India, that is a different feeling. And my parents are like, relax. You drove like this when you were here. Like, I know I was a rage driver when I was in India.
You know what? I feel like till a person doesn't, you know, travel or move out of India, they do not understand what an NRI is talking about. Because I was so accustomed to a lot of noise and chaos around me when I was in Mumbai or India. So this silence would haunt me very much. But now I've gotten used to it. And I love this calms. You know, I wake up every morning and it's like I can hear the birds chirping and it's like beautiful outside, and I've started loving, you know, the calmness of US. And now, as you're saying, like when I go back, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of anxiety, and like as much as I'm proud of being driving in Mumbai for like 8 years, I don't think I'll ever be able to drive in India ever again. I mean, if I go and settle, then that's a different,
It's gonna be a whole again shift, right? You get used to that and ease into it.
know.
But you know, it's funny you mentioned that. Initially, when I moved here, the silence haunted me so much. You know what I would do? I would play reruns of Friends episodes the entire time in my house, just because it was too quiet. And you know how I'm used to. I lived with my family when I was growing up.
Okay.
And the TV was always on. My mom was watching some TV serial. And the sounds were always there. And there's so
Right.
much noise even from outside. So I think I was trying to replicate that probably.
Yeah.
But with my own TV serial.
Exactly.
But I would keep it running in the background. So it would feel like there's something.
Yeah, the same with me. When I moved here to the in the US, like I remember my life in India was completely different. Like I would go out every weekend, party with my friends, and be out till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And like when I moved here, nothing of that. Like that wasn't my life anymore. And I used to tell my husband like, what boring kind of a life is this? Where did you even bring me? Like, this is not in any person who stays in India, their perception of US is completely different. Their perception of US is like half naked girls, like partying everywhere, and they're like, you know, alcohol, and like, you know, in pubs people are like grinding and stuff. I don't know about other people. Maybe other people have that life as well. But like my life is so like, I love sleeping around 9:30 in the US because that's the time like you're completely tired as well. And I feel like there's like so much more work that you need to do in the US
just to maintain, just to survive. In
India, there are like things that are taken care of. Like there's like you have if you are from a middle class family, you at least have a bai at the house, or if you're from an upper middle class, you might also have a driver, taking you around and all of that. But here, you are your driver, you are your bai, you also have to pay the mortgage, you also have to pay the bills, you have to. I am not doing a 9 to 5, but I appreciate so many people who are also doing 9 to 5. I know women in this country who are doing 9 to 5. They have 2-3 kids. They are also doing something on the side. They are doing content creation or some business or something like that. And, even after all of that, I mean, for me, I don't even understand, like, how do these people manage? I feel like these are real
all of this without help.
Like, these women mostly are super women. Like, I just don't know how they manage. Me, with just content creation and taking care of the house and I am exhausted, man. By the end of the day, I'm like, dude, I just want to go to bed. But like, there are people who are doing so much more, and I completely respect it.
Speaking of content creation, I've watched a lot of your content. It's so edgy, funny, hilarious.
Thank you.
And somehow it's relatable, even for a person who's been here for so long. What the new experiences you're having with Americans and how they kind of behave when you go to stores or stuff like that. It's so relatable. Even it spans across years. So I love that about the content.
Thank you.
How do you feel about it? So for someone watching the content, it's like she must be having so much fun. All these observations and this drastic shift from India to US. But how does it make you feel? How is the actual experience of interacting with non-Indians?
For me, I think I have like really good observational skills. So whatever I am actually, these are my lived experiences. This is not like something like, even if it's a scripted content or even if like it's fiction kind of, it is non-fiction. It is derived from what I like, my lived life experiences.
Based on real events.
Based on that. And also through my content, like when I started making content, I was like, as I mentioned earlier, I was completely lost, right? So I was just making it because I wanted to find similar people who are living the same experiences. But now I feel like I look at my content in a way that I hope it's helping NRIs living in the US. I hope my content makes them feel that you are not alone. I hope that, my content, whenever they see my content, they feel like, hey, you know what, I am feeling like maybe my accent is, I have a thick accent, but even Madhuri has a thick Indian accent. And maybe even people are laughing at Madhuri's accent, but people are laughing at mine too. And we are in this together. So I want like that solidarity and like that community, like our entire community to feel like heard, seen, and in a way I am expressing myself but also expressing the views or the experiences of like millions of NRIs. It started as fun, like ki kuch kar lete hai, but now I feel like I am more vigilant of what I put out, and I also put it out for my audience, to my NRI audience, to make them feel like, oh, hey, we belong.
That's wonderful and brings up so many, like you said, so many things that I want to get into. Number one, you're creating content because you want fellow NRIs to feel seen, heard, which is, again, the very mission of the show. So I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah.
You want them to feel seen, heard, and understand that they are not alone.
Yeah.
There may be so many different experiences that people have, and all of them are valid.
Yeah.
All of them can happen. People can experience the US in different ways.
Yeah,
So that's the
for sure.
primary thing. And also to build that community, which is why we are here on
Yeah.
NRIs Got Blatant. Secondly, you mentioned about accents. So much conversation around this.
Ooh.
Okay, so when we're both actors, you know how it is when you're auditioning in America for roles as an
Right.
Indian. My agent, the minute I signed up and submitted my first audition, said, I think you should work on your American accent.
Okay,
You should like maybe get a dialect coach and get that.
right.
And my Indian friends are like, why are you speaking an American accent?
Yeah,
You're Indian.
Yeah.
You can talk normally. Like,
Yeah.
where's that accent coming
Yeah.
from?
Yeah.
I'm like, can you talk to my agent? Tell her I have an accent.
right. Yeah.
Tell these people who are trying to hire me that I can actually do the accent.
Right.
And it's so confusing because
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like I don't know what my accent is.
Right.
I don't know where it's coming from. And I don't think I sound American. I also don't think I sound quote unquote Indian, whatever the definition or the box for that is. It's something that I've just built because of the people I talk to, the exposure I got, the situations that I am in.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Whew, I love that question. So I have this accent, which I call the Madhuri accent. It is the Madhuri accent. It has been created by Madhuri for Madhuri.
Yeah.
So it is not an Indian accent, but if I talk to an American, like if now you are an Indian sitting in front of me, so I'm talking to you more in my Indian accent. But if you were an American, maybe I would have talked to you in a different accent, like rolling my R's and like stuff like that, right? But if I ask an American whether you think my accent is American, he's gonna be like, laughing on his face. What is that accent? Like when I initially moved here, I used to like work on my accent a lot, like the American accent, because it wasn't even like to be like them. It was just like when 5 people used to talk, I would feel like an odd man out. I'm not calling Indian accent as not sophisticated, but American accent, like there's a flair to it. And then like they're talking and then you open your mouth and you suddenly feel, maybe not everybody else, but you feel like, oh my God, what was that? Like I'm so different than all of these
So maybe
people.
trying to fit in.
Exactly. Right? And also like if you don't talk to Americans in a modified accent, it's just going to be difficult for them to understand, and then they are going to be like what repeat please, what? So they don't understand it. So now I have developed this accent, which is the Madhuri accent, and that is how I talk to people. I don't care what you talk about,
Yeah.
I don't give a beep about what you think about my accent. I feel comfortable in that accent, and I'll tell you this. This is a truth. When I was in India, and when I think Priyanka Chopra had just moved to the US, and I would look at her interviews, and like in India, she's talking in an Indian accent, and then when she came to the US, she's talking in an American accent, right? And I would feel like, oh my God, this woman is so fake. You know, she is such a fake woman. Like she has an Indian accent. Why is she going there and trying to fit in? But now that I am myself an NRI, I understand why that happens. You're not maybe doing it for yourself. You're maybe doing it for the other person. Like my name is Madhuri, and for the longest of time, I used to tell people my name is Madhuri, and like the Americans don't know how to pronounce the th. Right? They just don't know how to pronounce it. So they will be like Madhuri, Madhuri, Madhuri. And I would be like, no, it is Madhuri. Repeat after me. I would literally be like that. I would be like, okay, I'll make it. Repeat after me. Ma, dhu, ri, Madhuri.
Li poo poo.
Yeah, exactly.
Je m'appelle. Mais poupou.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, Madhuri. And I'm like, hey, Bhagwan. So now, like, and you know, I would feel so angry that, hey, you cannot even, like, you're not even trying. But now I understand that they just cannot pronounce it. And if, like I said, when in Rome, you have to do as the Romans do.
Okay, let's say Madhuri is difficult.
Okay.
Manasa. Simple?
Right. Yeah.
You say ma, you say na, you say sa. These are all things that
Mansa,
Americans can
Mansa.
say.
Okay.
But no, they're going to say Manasa. Even after I say Manasa, they're going to say Manasa.
Yeah.
Because the habit is to stretch the second vowel.
No, but you know what? Why that happens? Because they have no context of that name. They cannot, like, for example, what is Manasa to them? They have no, what is Madhuri to them? They have no context. So now, they have no reference point to it. Like, I can remember your name because I have heard it somewhere. I maybe also know the meaning of it. Maybe I have heard it when I was reading some Hindi newspaper or, but how are they going to join ma to na to sa? They have no context of it. So now, like, for the longest period, I also tried changing my name, like not legally, but I would introduce myself like, hey, my name is May, and or my name is Emma, or something like that. But then inside I would be like, who is this Emma, man? That was not me. Like, I felt like an imposter, right?
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Who'll say, hi, I'm May, but what? Who is this May? So now what I have, now this is how I introduce myself. So I'm like, hey, my name is Madhuri, and the other person is like, what, Madhuri? And I'm like, Audrey with an M. Right? So
Madhuri. Oh, wow.
Right? It is close. See, I have accepted that an American can never pronounce my name completely like the way I wanted to, like perfectly. They can never pronounce Madhuri because I do get it. Like, they just cannot pronounce it. Like, it's not in their vocabulary.
But I'd
or
like to
whatever.
say that of late, not in the initial times when I was here, but of late, a lot of people, even on customer service calls, ask me, how do you say your name again?
Exactly.
I find that so polite.
Exactly.
Because, okay, when someone tells me their name, I, as an individual, am listening to how they're saying it. And I'm not assuming, right? But there are a lot of people who, when I say my name, I'm saying it. So I am telling you, hi, I'm Manasa. Hi, Manasa. That is active not listening. That for me.
Right.
But I love that now people ask you,
Yeah.
how do you say your name? And then they try.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get it right, if you're asking and you're trying,
Yeah.
that's a green flag.
Yeah. I know of one American who came to me and I was just like Madhuri and this, and she blatantly
Yeah.
said that Madhuri, she couldn't even pronounce my name, so that's out of question. But like, she was like, you need to change your name.
Like, it's not fun.
I feel like I have made a best friend today.
Aww.
Oh my god, the racist comments that I get on my
Content?
videos.
Scammers, go back to your
Yeah.
country. We used to say India is such a diverse
Yeah.
land, but America is such a diverse land.
People are actually looking at Indian as like beautiful. There are some Westerners who are racist, but not all of them.
Westerners
There
from
are
everywhere.
racist and
Indians, there are also racist Indians.
Yeah.
Yes.
Diwali.
Diwali.
Holly and Diwali. They pronounce it as ashwagandha. Turmeric.
Turmeric.
I feel like I would have been more like a Natasha.
Why not Maddie?
I hate that name.
Is it because of Madhavan?